Now we're going to hear from Arko Ganguly from Legitify. Arko, you're very welcome. Tell me a little bit about your business.
So we are Europe's first remote online notarization solution. So we help you to notarize documents remotely and digitally now.
And how important is that remote aspect? Because I'm sure there are other players who require maybe a bit more localization. How key is the remote aspect?
So it's very key. In a sense, notarization is a more complicated problem to explain, but to just put it this way, it's ultimately a notary does three things. It either identifies someone, or identifies that a document is genuine, or it identifies the contents of a document is genuine. There are certain types of notarizations that are significantly high risk. So for that, you need certain degree of localization. But for the kind of use cases we focus on, remote is possible in specific markets that we are operating, in the manners we are operating. And it's key because it significantly increases efficiency and reduces costs. It's like, without even going to numbers, if you had to notarize a document in Sweden right now, it's definitely cheaper to use Legitify than flying to Sweden, and not even taking into consideration the time you'll spend doing it. So that's a clear no-brainer there.
And does regulation impact the use of your product, or does it require the localization rather than the remote aspect, depending on the region?
Very good question, and I feel you're absolutely spot on. We are in the legal tech space, which is, we're also fintech, and regulations in this is a parameter that can be the greatest difficulty to go forth, or the tailwinds that surge you forward. So it's a bit of both, really. So in certain jurisdictions in Europe, for example, like in Austria, also in certain parts in the UK, digital notarization has picked up and it's actually been allowed in certain specific transactions, while in other countries like in Germany, there's still a requirement regulations wise to kind of localize and meet the notaries in person. So that we are going through a transitionary period in the world in every sense. People say artificial intelligence, blockchain, all these things, the technologies are changing the world, but also laws are changing, which are a signal of how the world is getting more digital. So we are in the forefront of that.
Brilliant stuff. Well, very best of luck.
Thank you so much.